Welcome back to our channel, where we bring you the latest and most revealing updates from the British royal family. Today's story revolves around one of the monarchy's most controversial figures, Prince Andrew, or as he is now officially known, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. The once highly regarded royal is facing what may be the final and most decisive blow from his brother, King Charles III, the removal of his last remaining military title, amid what the media has dubbed the strip-all drama. After years of scandals, lawsuits, and public outrage, King Charles's decision to move forward with stripping Andrew of his honorary rank of Vice Admiral marks the definitive end of the disgraced prince's official royal life. Once styled as His Royal Highness the Duke of York, Andrew has watched every piece of his former prestige disappear, one title at a time. But this latest move carries a deeper message, one that speaks to the king's determination to restore credibility to the monarchy and distance it from the controversies of the past decade. According to palace insiders, the government's stance on Andrew's honorary title has always been guided by the king's personal judgment. It's the same in defense, a senior military source explained. We've seen Andrew surrender all honorary positions he once held. And, guided again by the king, we are now working to remove the last remaining title of Vice Admiral. The decision has not been without its complexities. While veterans expressed fury at the idea of Andrew losing his Falklands War Campaign Medal, the king has reportedly agreed to let him keep it. The move, according to palace officials, was made out of respect for Andrew's active service during the 1982 conflict, rather than his later misconduct. Many veterans insisted that revoking the medal would be morally indefensible, as it was earned on the battlefield, not bestowed by royal favor. Still, public opinion remains divided. A national poll revealed that 36% of respondents supported stripping Andrew of the medal, while 43% opposed it, believing his military service should be recognized separately from his personal scandals. Yet, regardless of public sentiment, it is clear that King Charles has set a new standard for accountability within the House of Windsor, one that no longer shields its members from consequences. Behind palace gates, the fallout extends beyond titles. The king has reportedly been eager to remove Andrew from his longtime residence at Royal Lodge, a sprawling 30-room Grade II mansion near Windsor. Sources initially claimed that Charles wanted Andrew out as soon as possible, though the eviction has been delayed until after Christmas to avoid public embarrassment. Once vacated, the estate will be stripped of royal artifacts that belong to the Royal Collection Trust, including priceless 19th-century portraits and historic furnishings. One notable piece is a painting of Empress Eugénie of France by Charles-Édouard Boudebon, said to hang prominently in Andrew's private quarters. Yet, what astonished palace staff was not the grandeur of the art, but the clutter surrounding it, rooms full of unopened Amazon parcels, a source revealed. There are boxes that haven't been touched in years. In a surprising twist, King Charles is reportedly preparing a final favor for his embattled brother, a relocation settlement to ease the transition from Royal Lodge to a smaller private residence on the Sandringham estate in Norfolk. This includes a six-figure upfront payment and a modest annual stipend, both privately funded by the king. The stipend is said to exceed Andrew's £20,000 a year naval pension several times over, but comes with strict financial oversight to prevent overspending in his new life as a commoner. The arrangement signals the king's careful balancing act, showing compassion to his brother while ensuring that the monarchy's integrity remains intact. The king has made clear that he is calling the shots, a palace aide confirmed. He condemned Andrew's serious lapses in judgment and made it clear that both he and the queen's sympathies lie with the victims and survivors of abuse. Adding to Andrew's growing isolation, his name was removed from the official roll of the peerage, the formal record of British peers, hereditary titles, and royal ranks. In a quiet but symbolic act, the 185-page list was swiftly amended, erasing the Duke of York from its pages, a moment that, for many, marked the official end of Andrew's royal era. Yet, as royal watchers have pointed out, this may only be the beginning of more trouble. Sources close to palace legal advisors warn that Andrew is far from out of the woods. Recent reports claim he arranged a private palace visit for businessmen linked to his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson, in 2019, one of whom, Jay Bloom, co-founded a company now accused of defrauding investors in a failed cryptocurrency venture. Ferguson reportedly served as a brand ambassador for the firm Pegasus Group Holdings, which promised to mine Bitcoin using solar energy in Arizona. The venture collapsed spectacularly, producing a fraction of the promised output and leaving investors millions out of pocket. The U.S. lawsuit that followed raised uncomfortable questions about Andrew's involvement. Although no direct link was proven, the timing of his hosting meetings at the palace for Ferguson's business partners has reignited criticism over his judgment and blurred boundaries between royal duty and personal interest. As one legal expert noted, "We have the Epstein files, redacted or not, and there will be more revelations ahead. There are still court cases pending, and more victims could come forward emboldened by the king's firm stance." The same expert urged Andrew to cooperate fully with UK and US authorities, emphasizing that he remains a material witness in several related investigations. He should help the authorities, particularly the victims' lawyers, the expert insisted, adding that Fergie herself should offer to assist too. The tone within royal circles has shifted dramatically. What was once a cautious attempt to protect Andrew from further humiliation has transformed into a clear effort to finalize his public downfall. The king's allies describe it as a necessary purge, one that signals to the public that accountability and morality now outweigh family loyalty in the new Carolian era. As the king continues to modernize the monarchy and streamline its public role, Andrew's fate serves as a stark reminder of the cost of scandal within an institution that thrives on symbolism and trust. The removal of his last honor, his vice admiral title, is not just administrative. It is emblematic of a monarch who is determined to draw a line under decades of controversy and protect the crown from future disgrace. While the settlement may provide Andrew with a quiet retreat and financial stability, it is clear that his days as a working royal are over. His portrait will no longer hang in military halls, his name will no longer appear in ceremonial rolls, and his place in royal history will be forever marked by a cautionary tale. In the end, King Charles's message is unmistakable. No title, no bloodline, no royal privilege can stand above the moral responsibility owed to the public. The monarchy's survival depends on trust, and that trust begins with accountability. Stay tuned as we continue to follow this evolving royal story, where family loyalty, power, and redemption collide in the reign of King Charles III. As of October 31, Andrew's biography remained on the royal family's website. However, his placement was moved below the joint page for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, who stepped back from their roles as working members of the royal family in 2020. But on Monday, November 3, Andrew's biography page seems to have been quietly removed from the list of senior royals. His page no longer appears live, with a link leading to a page with the message, "The requested page could not be found." The website's line of succession has yet to be updated, and still refers to Andrew as the Duke of York, one of the royal titles that was removed. Despite losing his titles and honors, Andrew still remains eighth in the line of succession to the throne behind Harry and Meghan's two children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Tension began to brew between the brothers when they were children. Charles was just 4 years old when his mother was crowned queen at age 25, and Andrew was not born yet. However, the younger sibling managed to become Queen Elizabeth II's favorite. As a child, then, Prince Charles openly cried for his parents as they traveled the Commonwealth for months on end. In fact, they banned him from seeing them off in public as he wore his heart on his sleeve. His mother, who unexpectedly became queen, had very little free family time during his formative years. Prince Andrew, on the other hand, was the pampered prince. He received doting love from his mother, who enjoyed spending time with her child. She lavished Prince Andrew with love and gave him suitable time. I imagine Prince Andrew was thoroughly spoiled, truly mollycoddled. The age gap between King Charles and his younger brother understandably meant he didn't have much contact with his brother Andrew, although he loved him dearly as a baby.